If you do not know this 5 major points about website, you should not launch a business website. If you stay with me throughout the whole video, I will tell you what are these. Hi, this is AB Abir. Welcome to my channel Design Thinking. Let's get into it. First of all, thanks a lot for clicking on my video, and I'm sure you're having a fantastic day. Do you know 57% of internet users says they are not going to recommend your business if its website is poorly designed, and 88% of online consumers will not return back if they had a bad user experience with your website. Let's draw a picture, a very simple one. You are a true businessman. You know about your product and you also know about your market. You understand your customer as well. So you start to invest thousands of dollars to build a perfect setup for your business. And you are a smart businessman as well. You understand that in this modern era, if you want to grow, you have to do it throughout the world of internet. So you need a website. So what's the first thing you're going to do at this situation? You might go to some firm or agency looking for someone who can do the job very cheaply, very fast. Let's say it's going to cost about $100 to $500. And they will give you a very good looking modern design website, and you start to think now the business is going to boost so fast because you have a website with a very good design. But after a few months you start to realize that your flashy website has a zero impact on your business. So what happened here? Let me just go back a little. Let me explain you what is happening inside those firm, agency or freelancer. So when you ask someone to build a website, that person might have some idea about your business is all about, but that's just some idea and that's it. Now the person who might be a freelancer or a small firm or agency is most likely to go to some marketplace and buy a website template that might be roughly matches your business area. And they will just replace the information on that template to match your business. I'm not saying they all do this, but sometimes this is the case. You are a very good businessman for sure, but you are missing the knowledge of website strategy. That's why you thought that everything is looking great, and that's what you are actually doing wrong. So what you should have known? Let's start the list. And what I'm going to say, it's all about designing the user experience, the UX. So number one is site SEO. You might be thinking, I don't have a blog site or I'm selling product or service. But hear me out, I'm not talking about content writing, which you also need by the way. The site SEO means organizing your information in a way that is logical, easy to understand, and easy to navigate. So two things will come at this point. The first one is the hierarchy. Here is a very simple heading and text hierarchy. This is an H1, under that there are a few H2, and under H2 there are a few H3, and under H3 there is a H4 as well, and also some paragraphs. It's simple, visually recognizable, and it's just common sense, right? But you might be surprised that there are lots of business websites that do not follow this simple structure. Visually it might seem okay, but most of the time it happens in the coding. The second one is information architecture or IA. Again, it's a simple thing. You just have to organize your information and pages in a way that is logical and simple to navigate and understand. And trust me, I've seen lots of websites that are just messed up. There are lots of loose pages, broken links, and it is just a bad user experience. Now you might say, how does this going to affect my business? Because it's still a functional website, it's a live website, and I'll tell you what's going to happen if you do not maintain this at the end of this video. Number two, permalink. It is the URL structure of your website page. So let's say you have a brand new burger and you created a dedicated page for the premium burger. The page is very well designed and all of the information is up to the mark. But the URL of the page looks like this. It's just not going to make any sense, and your premium burger will sink into the dark ocean of websites. So here, instead you can use a logical URL, something looks like this. This will be your permanent link or permalink of your product page more simple and logical. Third one, accessibility. Let's say you are selling glasses and the text of your website looks like this or this. Can this website reach out to your potential customer who cannot see well? So the point here is you have to make a website that is well designed for any person, including persons with disabilities. And when I'm saying design, I'm not referring to visual design, I'm actually talking about UX design or user experience design. Number 4, user flow. Users do not return to a website or a business that has a bad user flow. My colleague Fahim has a real life experience with it, so let's just talk with him first. First of all, thank you Fahim for your time, and I'm sure you have some sort of story for us, for my audience, about user experience with some sort of website. Can you please share the story with my audience?
Thank you, Abir, for having me. It's really nice being on your show.
Thank you.
So the story that we were talking about the last time we talked. So this is something that happened to me while I was looking for a new school for my kids.
Right.
So I was looking for a new school to admit them into, and what happened is I thought that I would just save some time and look up some schools online first, and then after making a short list, I can just go and visit the ones that I really like. When I tried to do that, what happened is that the websites, they were not very accessible at all, and I'm going to point out some very specific things. I could not, some of the pages were not actually links to actual pages. So what happened is I tried to click on the gallery folder and it just wouldn't do anything. So I went into inspection mode and later on found out that it wasn't actually a clickable link.
Right.
And then the another story was that they had this sort of option to actually you can pay the admission form fees online. And what happened is I tried to pay them with several of my cards, and none of them would actually authorize the payment because they did not meet the security standards of the banks. So the
Right.
banks refused to make the payment online.
So the point here is whenever someone started to visit your website step by step, there should be a complete journey to it. That's what Fahim is trying to say, that he didn't meet the end of the journey. There is the incomplete path of it. So this is what user flow is. It's if it's the journey is not completed, if you get interrupted with incomplete or broken link, the visitor is not going to visit you again. If it's your business, then nobody's going to visit your premise and ensure your business. So you have to be careful in case of your user flow. So thank you Fahim for your precious time. I know you are a busy guy and you have lots of things in your plates, and I wish you all the best for all the great work that you are doing. So
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Abin.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It's nice.
So if the flow of a website is not clear enough or not easy to understand, visitor will not going to convinced about your product and you will most likely lose your customer. Number 5, responsiveness. 59.72% of users are visiting the business website on a mobile device. So if your website only looks good on a desktop screen, then you are losing almost 60% of your potential customer. A good business website should look good and well contained on any size of a device. Whether it's a desktop, tablet, or phone, your information should be clear on any container like a water. So these are the 5 points. Now let's say you have ensured all of this. How is it going to help in your business? And the simplest answer is Google or just any search engine. If you make a website for your business, people are just not going to know about it magically. They will Google it. Now, if you do not maintain a standard site SEO, proper permalink, accessibility, and responsiveness, Google is just not going to rank your site to the top. That means no one is going to find your site. And even if they find your site, if the user flow is not right, you will immediately lose them. If you want to talk about your business site with someone who is an expert, I'll drop a link in the description for you. It's 100% free, just talk with him. He's a pro and has a 12 years of experience in the industry. So that's it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe. And if you want to know how to make a proper button on Figma, you should check this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day.